This old house was built by dreamers, English pioneers hoping to make it in Iowa as farmers. It has survived droughts, abandonment, and other trying times. But traces of its regal past can be found behind walls and ceilings.
This thing's older than you and I are put together, you know, that?
I know.
That's old.
Every room has a story to share.
I'm a hard worker like my dad. No job's too dirty. This one's all hard work and determination.
Yep.
That's all we know. The minute I came through her front doors, I pledged to strip the dirt and scars from her bones. It won't be easy, but she deserves to make it another 150 years. Just really lucky to have an old historic home outside of this town. This house, it's located just outside of Decorah, which is the coolest town in Iowa. So much to do here for a town of 8,000 people. Just so many great little small businesses. This is the only house on the National Registry in this county that's located in the countryside. I love that it's on a dead end. I love that you have to go over a one-lane bridge. I love that it has trees on both sides. And then it opens up onto this beautiful old brick house. Isn't she just such a beauty? My name is Danielle Dotzenrod. I am originally from Northeast Iowa. I grew up riding horses and playing outdoors. I was a typical Iowa farm kid. I moved away and lived in New York and LA for about 15 years, but it was always my life's dream to move back home, buy an old house, and fix it up. I mean, it almost looks, Dad, like at some point there was a structure across the top, doesn't it?
Kind of looks like to me like they maybe had a porch across there. I think anybody that knows how to lay brick can fix that up kind of pretty, you know?
Yeah. So a lot of the projects that I do, I have the idea and then Dad's got to figure out how we're going to do it. I've now done a restaurant, 2 rentals for my dad, one a train car caboose and one a barn silo. And now this project, obviously this is I've bitten off a lot here. I'll need to do something to make those front steps more secure and inviting. And I'd also like to create a spot for some beautiful garden beds. But the bay windows, I mean, they're the star.
I like them.
Doesn't it look so much better without that wall in the foyer?
That wasn't an original wall, it was?
It was not. The house is 3,600 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I'm really putting a lot of attention into the first floor of the house that a lot of guest visitors will see. When you walk through the front doors of Horn Hollow, you used to see a foyer that was only 7 feet big, but we took down that old wall that was not original and opened it back up to its original grandeur and exposed the staircase.
Somebody put sheetrock on there. What are you gonna do about that? That ceiling was probably ready to about come down and now they saved it.
I know, I don't want to cover the original. I think we're gonna take that down.
But that might be so full of cracks, that's why they sheetrocked it to hide a lot of sins. And then you're really gonna open up a can of worms.
When we were thinking about buying a house from 1869, my dad made it very clear that he is a retired carpenter.
You are talking labor intensive.
We would like to have this house done 5 months from now. That is a huge challenge. Because everything that I'm doing is just really time consuming. So every day counts. My goal for the foyer is to bring back a classic and elegant look. I want to restain the stairs to its original dark color, paint the walls white, and bring in an entryway table and cabinet similar to the original era. So Dad, the ballroom, this room's looking good, Dad.
This room here looks good.
Things are looking up. Once you get out of the foyer and you get in this room. I think the ceiling's okay. We'll just paint it, not like the foyer, and take it down. Let's leave these sims hidden.
They look good. And the windows,
I'm restoring them.
You're gonna restore them all, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I care so much about this house and I want it to live another century. And I think that in order for that to happen, its health had to be improved first. There's no air conditioning or heating in this whole section of the house. So they're gonna add a few more registers.
Oh, okay.
I'll add a clean and timeless decor with elegant furniture, a chandelier, and a restored original piano that made this room a place for celebrating.
And what are you planning on doing with this old girl?
I'm gonna try to salvage it. I love thinking that there was somebody in the original family that loved music so much that they got this gorgeous piano out to the middle of nowhere. They forged a river with this piano, and I love that no one has removed it. Because the only way to get it out really is with the chainsaw and it becomes firewood, and that is just not happening on my watch. So I'm going to explore every possibility of saving this piano. Then the kitchen.
Wow.
It's gonna be a lot. We're gonna raise the ceilings back up.
Okay, that's 8 feet.
Yep, they'll go up to like 9.5. These walls will get covered, right? Because in 1869, they would not have been exposed. This house is on the National Historic Registry, and we're gonna do it by the book. The goal is to return the house back to its original state as much as possible. Things have to be done an exact way. You can't say, okay, we're gonna do the windows by the book, but not the walls. So that's taking some real attention. This will be a bit of a bar area, so countertops, lower cabinets, upper cabinets that has glassware. Luckily, they are flexible on the bathrooms and the kitchen because nobody wants a kitchen and a bathroom from 1869. And then this chimney is gonna
That chimney is for the newer furnace downstairs.
Right.
And you don't use that anymore.
Right.
So a
In
lot
the
of brick
basement.
from there to upstairs, though. Woo!
This will be food pantry, appliance garage with hidden TV above. And then
Okay.
where you're standing will be the stove oven with hood, refrigerator in the corner. I want a clean and classic pure white color scheme for the cabinets, backsplash and islands. So remember there was all that tile and linoleum and underlayment. We got that all up and we got to this wood floor. This is the original.
This
very
here
original.
is?
Yes. We're gonna sand it, stain it, polyurethane it.
Okay. You're gonna make a silk purse out of a Salzir, right?
Yes. Today we're getting rid of all the old cabinets and prepping the kitchen for a major overhaul.
Just lift it straight up because the electrical wire's through the bottom. Right there.
We got the old sheetrock ceilings up, got out the ceiling frames, which left all of the top portion of the ceiling, which hadn't been exposed for decades and decades, and the plaster was in really rough shape. So we made the executive decision. The old plaster came off. I borrowed a tool that was very heavy but worked really well. This is a good workout. It's so thrilling when it comes off in big chunks. Please look at this view.
Beautiful.
Everything you see here was a part of the original property, a part of the original estate. And they had horse races here and fox hunts here. And they say it was difficult to get here because you had to forge the river. I'm the general contractor on this project, but I'll be getting advice and help from several experts, including Travis Gravine. That's the chimney we see in the living room ballroom.
Yep.
That's the chimney we can see in the dining room, and then that's like the chimney to nowhere.
I'm pretty sure that this here chimney was added in maybe the 50s or 60s for a wood stove in the basement. You can see that the brick is different than that there's the original brick to the house. It's got pieces coming out here. This one here will have to come down.
Is this a project I could tackle with your guidance?
But yeah, it's pretty simple. Just start lightly chipping away at this mortar here. So once you get a full brick loose like that, and then we can, just keep stacking them. I'll give you my glasses here and the hammer and chisel if you want to give it a try.
I will, I'll try it. This end?
Yep. Just kind of wedge it in there and
Ooh. Oh, it's exciting when I get a whole piece off, huh?
yeah, hopefully they all come that easy.
Travis was right. These bricks that are exposed to elements seem to be coming off pretty good. Dad and I got from the first roof down to the second roof. Today, Dad and I are working on the chimney that is going through the upstairs bedroom.
It went a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
We are in the last room. We are in the kitchen. I'm right here, you can drop it. We are almost done.
Okay, woo!
Oh my God. This one's on. This one's on. I sleep good tonight, Dad. house has a screened-in porch that is not original, and I cannot wait to take it off. I have a picture from the mid-70s, and the porch is not attached at that point.
We're destroying now.
You're the brains behind this business. I'm just the brawn. We're on the last piece here. Woo! This is looking so good. I don't want to jinx this yet because the most important part is taking it off the brick without damaging the brick. But I have total faith in Travis, so. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Very athletic. Did we break the window?
No, we're good.
Thank goodness you're not hurt.
Yeah, took a couple scratches, but other than that, we're good.
Travis didn't get hurt and the window didn't break and Dan didn't get hurt, so success. Nothing comes easy at Horn Hollow, but it's gratifying when it's done. James is the mudder. He is doing amazing job skim coating the walls. Today, I'm gonna find out from James the fate of the foyer. The ceiling was partially covered by previous owners with popcorn sheetrock and then part smooth and nice. Underneath all the sheetrock lies the original plaster. Ideally, in an old historic house, you want to keep as much plaster as you can because it's original. Gabe and I painstakingly chipped off the popcorn sheetrock, but when we got down to the plaster, unfortunately, it looked like it was in rough shape. Okay, James, you are the expert. I'm gonna do whatever you tell me to do.
I would think that you should probably, that you'd want to cover it. By the look of it,
you were gonna say that.
by the look of it, it's going to be a lot of work to try to fix it.
I trust you. If you say cover it, we're gonna cover it.
Yep.
Chop on. Today, cabinets are going in.
Right now, sweetie, just set them over here for
Okay.
now.
I'm a little bit nervous about it because the kitchen started out in such bad shape. Like the walls weren't level, the floors weren't level, the ceilings weren't level. Travis leveled them out the best that we could, right? Because we still needed the floors to be able to meld into the other rest of the house.
That's why the chimney came out, was because of this, right?
Part of it, yeah.
I think we're gonna have to just get over here and lift it straight up,
Yep.
and then it's gonna kind of teeter back there.
Yes, it is.
Surprising
Okay.
this isn't in two pieces. This is a big cabinet to set all in one. 1, 2, 3.
Now we gotta go slow so we don't hit our ceiling.
Wow.
We got a ½ an inch. Oh, we're hitting.
Here, let's bring it back down. Sorry.
I cannot believe we did all this work to make sure the measurements were correct for this cabinet and it still doesn't fit. I don't know how, but I am determined to make this work.
Right at 1.5 inches.
I'm thinking we can cut off the 3-inch board at the bottom of the cabinet so we can clear the ceiling and get it upright. Do you know what I'm saying, Trav? That'll be okay, wouldn't it?
I think that's probably about our only option. Let's flip it to this side. We'll cut that off because that's the only way it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Now we go up.
There we are.
Holy heck.
I had to cut the toe kick down to gain a couple inches that way, and it still barely went in.
Yeah, but it'll be okay now. We started with the hardest thing and then it was okay after that. Whew. This is the first time in a long time it's felt like a house again.
Getting the kitchen in is a good thing. Getting it done is the better thing.
Travis, Travis. As soon as I got this house, I started working on who could maybe save this piano. And I found Conrad. Wanna take a look at her? So he is going to give me a diagnosis and see if we can save her or not.
First impression is it's very nice. It's been kept fairly clean. And I looked it up and it was 1872.
It was from 1872.
So it's about exactly the same age as the house.
Wow. And is there any hope of saving her?
Well, what I'll do is I'll check the tension on some of these pins.
Doesn't sound good.
This one's really flat. And slight.
Look at this.
Now you can see where the one is broken.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was broken.
Yeah. This one, the glue which holds the felt is giving way. It's showing its age.
Do they make parts for it anymore?
No,
No.
no.
What do you think is my best option?
Sending it away, I know several technicians who will redo these.
But how
It's in
much?
between 20 and 25,000.
Right. I'm not able to spend that kind of money to send it away. So the piano probably cannot get saved. I feel like, I don't know, the way I feel like I want to save the house, I feel like I need to save the piano. And I'm really sad about it, but he gave me a new idea.
I could leave the stringing and all that as is, and if you find an electronic instrument that fits in there, you could probably slide it in.
I just have to make sure that an electronic keyboard will fit in that space. I would love that option because I want to leave this open. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a piece of artwork. I'll just make her a modern version of herself so she lives on.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Dan is putting up the backsplash in the kitchen. Gabe is sanding the stair treads, while Jacob adds custom trim to the floors in the foyer. Justin is also painting the ballroom ceiling white, while the exterior painters give the old girl a fresh makeover. And my mom, Mary Ern, and her cousin Diane are planting my first ever vegetable and flower garden. The stoop has been a real struggle because we can't find anyone to do what I'd like within our budget. So I'm taking matters into my own hands, dedicating a weekend to cladding it out in brick. I've got these corner pieces that go on really nice so they help with the water not getting in between. Make these really great sheets that make it easy on the measuring and spacing. And then there's these individual pieces I will fill in. My dad would call it, it's gonna be a lot of brain strain. It's definitely gonna look better than it does now, so that's for sure. Yay! Hi, guys.
Hello, how's it going?
Ooh, exciting day. I got some custom furniture made. They're delivering that today. So pretty. Oh, you guys.
Leather and velvet.
Wow, leather and velvet, my two favorite materials. I designed a custom coffee table. A local welder made me the legs, the base, and our local countertop company made me the top, and it's so beautiful. It might be my favorite thing in the whole house. It turned out so good. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, you guys. I just think it fits the other furniture, it fits the floor. It's just kind of tying it all together. Everything in the house is really coming together, which is great because I'm about to hit my 5-month deadline, and I have some surprise guests coming by tomorrow. I've got a lot of little things I need to finish up, so I'm hustling to get that done. I gotta get these finishing details. I can't believe it, but the house is finally done. It's been a really challenging 5 months, but I somehow met my deadline, and now I'm just really excited to get to show it off. There is a local gentleman that I have found that grew up in this house. Sean Henry and his wife, Julie, are gonna come see Horn Hollow. He hasn't been here since he was a little boy, so I'm super excited to walk through it with him. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to Horn Hollow, you guys. How long has it been?
53 years.
Oh my gosh, we'll get in here.
Wow, this is pretty fancy here.
Oh, wow.
Definitely changed.
The foyer floors needed repair. The ceiling needed attention. The walls were in really bad shape. Now it's back to its original grandeur, and I love how inviting it makes the house, especially with the framed historical photos from the area. I have been dying to ask you, was there a wall here when you lived here?
Not that I recall.
There wasn't. When I bought the house, there was a wall right here. There was only 7 feet, and it was old, but not original.
Really? I think that staircase, I think that's awesome.
That took a long
Oh, I bet.
time.
Looks a lot different.
So how old were you when you moved?
I moved here when I was 1, and
Okay.
we moved out when I was 6.
Okay.
When I was a little kid, it was the first place I really remember, and had a lot of fun here, you know. It was just kind of a neat place.
Well, you want to see a little bit more?
Yeah. This is the ballroom?
The way that you say that makes me feel like it looks different than it used to.
Yeah. It was kind of creepy, actually.
Was it really?
Wow. I mean, I think my great aunt had furniture in here. She had it covered up.
Yeah.
The ballroom had wallpaper that needed to be stripped, carpet had to be removed, and floors needed to be sanded and stained. Windows needed complete restoration, the piano needed a new keyboard and a fresh coat of stain, and the fireplace needed repointing and painting. Now the room is restored to its beautiful classic state.
So I did those windows in there myself.
Oh, wow, beautiful.
That's neat.
Thank you so much.
So is this the original ceiling in here?
It is not the original ceiling, but everybody really loves it.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
It is.
When we lived here, it was nothing fancy, so it's really beautiful in there. I remember that piano, though. Wow. Funny that stayed.
I'm so happy everyone kept it in the house.
How old is that piano?
They haven't made these pianos since the 1880s. Conrad broke my heart. We weren't able to save it, but he had the idea to buy a very simple keyboard and slide that in. So that's what I did. So at least that way we can justify keeping it. So.
Yep.
Do you remember the fireplace?
Yep, I remember that.
As you probably know, there wasn't even heating and cooling to this third of the house.
When we lived here, we burnt coal.
Oh.
It come out of a truck from Decorah. There's a coal chute over here, I think by the kitchen.
Yeah,
and they back
there is.
up to the door and dump the coal into the basement.
The chimney mystery is solved.
Yeah.
So there was a third chimney, and that's the one you guys used for coal. I took down that chimney brick by brick.
It doesn't sound fun.
It's not fun. Well, you want to see the kitchen?
Yes.
What do you think about this one?
Totally different than when I was living here.
Let me tell you, it's totally different than when I bought the house, so that
This
makes
is
sense.
really nice.
The kitchen required a massive overhaul. We had to lift the ceiling, repair the floor, replace all the cabinetry, and of course, get rid of that chimney to nowhere. Now it's traditional and timeless with floor-to-ceiling cabinetry, a new pantry, and a spacious island. It's the perfect gathering place.
Of course, the kitchen was a lot smaller too, I think.
These ceilings were lowered. I don't know if they were lowered when
that
you
could
lived
be.
here, but they were the height of the window.
Oh,
So we
okay.
lifted these back up to get back to its original height. We got different flooring. This floor needed to replace. Another layer on this floor wasn't gonna do it any favors.
I love the island and the lake.
Yes, pretty, huh?
I remember the kitchen was not much at all when we lived here.
That's amazing. It's beautiful.
Was there a porch on the house when you lived here?
I don't remember a porch.
There was a screened-in porch when we
Really?
bought it. So we took the top off. It was rough. It's better now. At least now there's a nice little place to hang out. Looking out over the bluff, so
Oh, yeah.
so beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was a fun place to grow up. This was all just woods.
It's awesome.
That turned out beautiful.
Thank you, Julie. I love it. I'm so glad you guys came over and got to reminisce.
Thanks for showing us.